What up? This is Ramashkin covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of the brand new Hellraiser reboot movie. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Okay, so I watched the first original Hellraiser back when I was a kid just once, but confession time, I've never actually watched any of the old sequels, so I don't know anything about what's going on in those follow-ups. Now, was I a fan of the original Hellraiser? Yeah, I did like it. I mean, the 80s was before my time, but it was an era in which John Carpenter's The Thing and John Landis's American Werewolf in London popped up and showed us creepy, bloody, amazing practical effects and transformative creatures that haunt your nightmares. Which brings us to this brand new Hellraiser. Keep in mind that the creator of this franchise, Clive Barker, is one of the forces that made this reimagining possible. But to be honest, I'm not too crazy about this new take. The brother-sister drama is over the top and annoying, and they turn this into yet another generic horror film in which a bunch of young pretty people gets picked off one by one. This film to me is more of a slow burn torture porn than a fright fest really. Directed by David Bruckner and produced by Clive Barker, in the new Hellraiser, a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension, starring Odessa Azion, Jamie Clayton, Adam Faison, and Goran Vishnich. I only have a few left things to say about Hellraiser, since you can clearly tell I am not a fan of this quote-unquote reimagining. If there's one thing that this movie does quite alright on, are the designs for the new Cenobites. Jamie Clayton in particular looks fantastic as the new Pinhead. And while the CG does some visually interesting stuff in some of the sequences, but still though, it doesn't beat the original in my opinion. There's just something about practical effects that are more tantalizing by comparison. And I got nothing personally against actress Odessa, but she lacks that Scream Queen charisma, and her character Riley is nowhere near as memorable as Kirsty was. Not to mention this film just keeps dragging and dragging its feet, to the point where I was just begging for the hook and chain to suddenly show up and put an end to my misery. Look, one of the many reasons why I liked the original film was because there was this sort of blood obligation to your secret lover. Yes, the Cenobites were scary, but it was the secret sacrifice storyline that truly got me. In this new movie, however, the Cenobites are just constant boogeyman from start to finish, and with a subpar story. And hey, maybe those of you fans of Hellraiser franchise don't mind that approach. If that's the case, then more power to you. Whereas I find it a bit too gimmicky and formulaic.